Hi, my name is Jazmine Coates, and today we have two guests Brittany King and Mayra Puma, which are all from Access Living, and their organization is the Empowered FeFes. So today, I'm going to be asking them what they're going to be doing, what they're working on in the Empowered FeFes meeting today. Hi, Brittany.
Hi.
Hi, Mayra.
Hi.
How are you guys doing
Not
today?
bad.
That's good. So, for you, spell your name, Brittany.
My name is Brittanyking.
Okay. Spell your name, Mayra.
Mayra.
Okay.
Puma.
Okay. Questions is, how long have you guys been at Access Living?
I started Access Living in 2010. I came the year after my stroke. Access Living came out at the time to host a workshop about what the FeFes did and what they were. So when I was discharged from therapy, I was back in school and I had Fridays off, and that's when the FeFes were meeting. And so I just decided to give my Fridays to the FeFes.
Okay. What are you guys working on in the FeFe meeting?
Right now, we're kind of balancing our support group half and our advocacy half, which is interesting because of COVID, we had to kind of stop the advocacy aspect just because we weren't outside protesting and things of that nature. So right now we're trying to balance how to be a support group, which is what we were created to be, but also continue to advocate for ourselves and other people. So currently right now we're working on a economic justice project campaign.
How many girls in the FeFe groups? I mean, how many girls total is there in the FeFe
Right
meeting?
now, there's about 15 on my list of girls that I contact every other week, maybe. But I think only about 8 of those girls are active and in my meetings every week.
Okay. Where do you see? Well, I'm gonna ask Mayra, because where do you see the FeFes going from here?
From here, where I see the FeFes gain more funding, so we're going to showing the movement and that we're calling more goals because we need more girls to join the group. I've been in the group for 15 years and I never saw I never saw that what I'm seeing now. What I'm seeing now is I see some girls are dropped out. They don't wanna come back to the group, and we're trying to get them to come back. Try to have more fun things so they can come back and that the group back is before when I joined the group. When I joined, there was 16 girls in the group. Every year there were increasing the number in the group where we have a lot of girls in the group, but right now not so many girls and make me so sad and so disappointed because they only come back when we have a party, when we have a social event, or when we have something and that is very disappointing for me.
Okay. Do you have to say anything?
I just wanted to add on top of what Mayra was saying. Right now, we're in a season of recruiting, just because, like Mayra said, girls are only coming out for the social things and the parties and the fun stuff. And that's why I said that advocacy side of what we used to do is kind of gone, and I'm trying to push that back in, because we can have parties and everything on the weekend, but I prefer, and I'm here for the advocacy part, because I like fighting for my rights and fighting for the rights of the girls and what they want and what we want to see in our lives. For example, the economic campaign we're working on is a big deal because I'm a mother, and it's really hard to find a job and be a mother. And then just even before I was a mother, I was looking for a job. So it's a lot of things that I feel like we could capitalize on. And so right now we're in a season of recruiting so that we can push more for
How
sure.
many girls are you looking to basically have into the FeFe meetings?
Well, like I said, right now there's about 15 and only 7 show up. So if we have 15, I want 15 at the meeting so we can do more and get more funding. So I just want people to be active. I'm not looking for a specific amount at all.
Would you want people to show up in the meeting and if they gonna be reliable? I know for me, I right now I'm trying to be reliable, but I having some health issues with my health and, and so then
Okay. So, okay. Um, Kind of a backstory about me. I started Access Living in 2005, and first meeting that I was in was the FeFes. So that's been, ooh, it's for me. It's been some years. So I kind of want to get back into the FeFes, but then again, I'm kind of like trying to venture out into other, um, other aspects of what Access Living also has to offer.
Sure. And I see that a lot. I see a lot of the girls, and in the past, they've gotten jobs and they're like, nope, I'm working. I don't have time for FeFes. And so even when the previous coordinators stepped away, I talked to the girls and I said, do we want to still do this or do we want to shut it down? Because I gave them the option and they said, we want to do this because there's no space for women with disabilities to come and be ourselves. And so I decided, because of that, I will keep the group going as long as I have girls that want to keep coming and being present. So that's why I said it's not a numbers thing for me. If it's just me and Mayra can still do it, and then we'll recruit from schools. And there's always this disability is a inevitable part of life. So if someone has a stroke tomorrow, like I had my stroke when I was 19, then there's a new girl. So it's not really something that I'm trying to maintain for the girls. I'm doing it because I know when I was in need and I needed the support, the FeFes were there for me. So I am going to carry it on till the next person can take charge and carry it on from there. So
when I joined, I was in high school, going to bullying. I was going to bully until when agents even came to my school. The free bridge was the first group that I found my interest because the group was only for girls and I was happy our self, we talk about more powerful nobody is gonna do judge you in the court. If you gonna talk right or if you have problem talking or anything like that. When I joined the club, I found a place where I call my second home. Is it have my second home since 2005, when I was in junior high school. I remember that close me. I came home from school on Wednesday, and I took my parents.
I guess now that you guys are doing more things at Access Living, with everything that's going on right now, is it harder to actually be meeting, or is it easier?
I think because of the pandemic, obviously it was easier to not have to rush back and forth to the physical in-person situation, because I remember when I was at Active FeFe, I was always late because the bus and the trains. So it was easier and it's harder. So it's kind of both. So it was easier just because I send a link out and you click on the link and we're all in the meeting together. But it's also harder because technical difficulties happen every single day. So someone's looking for the link is not working. Just technology is just weird. So I think that Access has a plan of possibly doing a hybrid so that maybe some of the girls can come physically, and then there will be a streaming option as well, because I know we have a FeFe right now who is in Utah, so it would be beneficial for her to stream versus coming physically to the location. So I think that's the best plan for her, for us, moving forward. I also realized that things happen in life and circumstances changing, and that's why I decided not to close off the age limit for the FeFes, because most of the FeFes left because they aged out and they felt like they were too old to be FeFes. And most of us left because we became parents. But I was a parent and I aged out. So I said we have to kind of just be inclusive of what we got and what we're working with, because we could start a parenting group from all the girls who have had kids. So I think it's important to change and adjust based off what's happening in real time. And then another aspect of it was I found out a lot of the coordinators were paid from other organizations and not specific Access Living. So I also found that with other organizations, their criteria didn't really fit our ideal for the group, in that even now today they're asking to have a queer person in the group, a trans person, and all of these things are not things I've talked about with the girls yet, but I realized that it would be it could be uncomfortable for someone who is male presenting in the group who considers themselves a female. I can only imagine how that, like, I would have felt being a FeFe in the beginning. And so I think we just have to progress with the times and see what happens.
Okay. Now, your the FeFes meet every Monday from
Every other Monday.
every other
From
Monday.
4 to 6, yes.
Okay. So we have to wrap up.
Okay.
Okay. But it was nice. It was nice talking to you guys. Um, as I said, we can talk about this a little bit more when we get a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think something
Go ahead.
would have a weekly group what there is the legal me we talk about how we doing in the group what we get what we can improve to help everyone. That means every other Tuesday from 4 to 6 o'clock.
4 to 5.
From Brian and anyone to join, they are very welcome.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any last things to say?
I am excited for where we are going because just based off our legacy, I think that there's more to add on to what we've already done. So I'm not concerned about our group because, like Mayra said, okay, so Mayra was saying so technically we meet every week. And on the Tuesdays we meet, we do the planning, and that's like a core group of us who plan for the Monday meetings that we have. And so I think it was important for us to kind of separate ourselves from everything in one meeting just because it's chaos and it's girls and it's personalities. So because of that, I think because we were able to branch out, it says a lot about the group and how much more further or things that we can get done as well.
Okay. All right. Well, I thank you for coming to the Can TV studios. And again, my name is Jazmine Coates, and this has been a taping of Can TV at Access Living for Empowered FeFes. You guys have a good day.